Welcome to my series, The Best of the Bundts. I'm so excited that so many of you are thrilled about this series. The response has been so overwhelming, and I love making these videos, and what I love more is the fact that you're enjoying them. Well, on my first episode, I made for you the peanut butter and chocolate bundt cake. That was, so decadent, and I know most of you loved it. Well, today, I'm gonna make you something different. But I wanna first of all thank all of you for all the support you've given me on my channel and for this series. It means a lot to me. For those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Dolores, better known as the Baking Diva, and I make sweet and savory dishes that all of you can make too. So if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I'd love it if you hit that red subscribe and the little gray bell next to it till it says all, and that's it. All you'll do is get a notification when I have another video coming up, and you won't miss it. So anyway, what do you say we get started? Let's get started! So today I am making for you a Black Forest cherry bundt cake. No peanut butter in this one for those of you that are allergic or don't like peanut butter. There's cherries in this one. So delicious and easy to make. And with Valentine's Day right around the corner, it's a good one. So anyway, let's get started. And as I told you before, a lot of these, not all of them, but a lot of these cakes I'm making, the bundt cakes, start off with a little hack. That's right, they start off with a box of cake mix. So, the first thing you're going to need, and if you want to know a little bit more about bundt cakes, go back and watch my first episode. I'll put the link to that in my description box. So the first thing you're going to nude? The first thing you're going to need to do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and mine is preheating now. Obviously, you're going to need a bundt pan. I'm going to use this one. This is the same one I used for my first episode. I have more to come, but for this cake, we're going to use this. There are so many different kinds of bundt pans. And for those of you that have asked, yes, they do have small bundt pans, and they have miniature ones, and then they have your regular 10 and 12 cup pans. So you can always find one if you don't want to make the big cake. So anyway, you'll need a bundt pan. I like to spray my bundt pans with the Baker's Joy. That is the non-stick spray with the flour. If you're not going to use this, make sure you grease your bundt pan well and flour it. Now, as you can see, bundt pans have a lot of nooks and crannies in them. And you have to make sure all of that is greased, as well as the center of your cake, because you know bundt cakes have a hole in the middle. And this way, it will release your cake much better. That's even if I have a non-stick pan, I still spray it. So I'm going to do that now. And I'd rather have a little too much than a little less, because honestly, I never have trouble releasing my bundt pan. So there we go. Alrighty. Move that over to the side. There's my phone. Always rings when I'm recording. So let me go get that. I'll be right back. Okay, so you're going to need a large bowl. And you're going to need an electric mixer. I'm going to just use my hand mixer today. So in the large bowl, I'm going to put 1 box of the dry cake mix, and I am using the Devil's Food cake mix. So let me put that in there now. Here's my oven, preheated. I love making bundt cakes because they're not only easy to make, but they look so pretty. So you make a nice presentation, and people think, oh my goodness, you've been baking that cake all day long. Alrighty, so we have the dry cake mix in here. Now to this, I'm going to add 3 large eggs. Let me put those in. I'm going to put in 3/4 of a cup of milk. That's regular milk I put in there. I think actually I put in 2% milk, which is fine, as long as it's 3/4 of a cup of milk. The recipe calls for a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm going to put in a teaspoon of almond extract instead, because I love, almond is my favorite, and I love almond and cherry together. But if you want, you could put in the vanilla, but I'm going with, being daring today, I'm going with my almond extract. Now we're going to put in there gotta get this open, 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, and any kind of vegetable oil you want. I happen to be using canola oil. So that's a tablespoon of canola oil or vegetable oil. Okay, all of this together. I hope you're all doing well. We are preparing for a major snowstorm tonight and tomorrow. They've already closed down a lot of the state offices, I think at 3. The plows are ready. We're in New Jersey in the Northeast, so depending on what direction this storm goes, we can get 6 inches, or some of the states going up the coast can get up to 18 or 24 inches. So they're expecting very high winds, so we're prepared here. Make sure if our power goes out, you know, we have everything we need. Perfect day to bake a cake, right? So let me get this all mixed up. Not planning on going anywhere today. I'm gonna stay nice and warm in my cozy house. Maybe put on a Netflix movie tonight and stay put. We just want to make sure this is combined and all of the dry mix is incorporated with the wet mix. I'm going to take my spatula. I always like to clean the sides of the bowl so we get everything incorporated. So how many of you like chocolate and cherries? If you like chocolate covered cherries, trust me, you're going to like this cake. Okay, I think we're all done. Now you said, Diva, where's the cherries? What are you doing next? Well, this recipe calls for, I believe, let me double check. Yes, it's 30 ounces of cherry pie filling. Yep, that's what I said. So most of the cans of the cherry pie filling come in 21 ounce. So this is regular cherry pie filling. I'm going to put these 21 ounces into this cake mix. Look at this. Oh, look at those chutties. Oh my goodness. Now, since the recipe calls for 30 ounces, what I did is I purchased 2 cans and I measured out about another 9 ounces. You're not going to waste the other half of your can of cherries because I'll show you later what you can do with it. So I just find with this recipe, the more cherries, the better. Now, you don't want to smash these cherries. You don't want to use your mixer. No, no, no. I'm going to just take my spoon here and I'm going to gently fold all, you see what I'm doing here? Fold all of these cherries into this yummy Devil's Food cake mix. Now, once I get all these cherries folded in, I'm going to get a hold of my Bundt pan and I'm going to put the mixture into the Bundt pan. Oh, it smells just like a giant bowl of chocolate covered cherries. Oh, yes. Oh, I believe someone asked me on my Baking Diva page on Facebook. They asked me, how many episodes I was going to do. I didn't put it in there on purpose because I'm not 100% sure. I was originally thinking of 6, which I may still do, but I may do more. I'm not sure yet. So we'll see. All right, so this looks very good. All right, so now I'm going to put this, switch these over into the Bundt pan. Oh, this is a heavy bowl. Woo! Let me move it around. Okay, all those yummy cherries. Look at this. So delicious. Okay. Alrighty. The rest of this out with my spatula. Don't want to waste any of this lusciousness. There we go. Okay. I'm going to tap it a little. I'm going to put this bundt cake in my 350-degree oven for about 45 to 50 minutes. I'll check it at the 45-minute point, and if a toothpick comes out dry, it's done. Now, one thing you should all remember, when you take your bundt pan out of the oven, don't try to release it. Oh, there goes Brownie, my dog. Probably a gnat or an ant is walking by. Don't try to release your bundt pan right away. Most recipes will tell you to let it sit in the pan about 10 minutes before you turn it upside down onto a plate and, invert it and pop it out. I usually wait about 20 minutes. Better to be safe than sorry. I just find that it comes out easier that way. Sometimes you might have to take a little butter knife around the middle and just check that nothing is stuck, but honestly, I've never had any problem. So I'm going to swing over to the oven now, put this in, don't go away, I'll be back as soon as this is cooled, and I'll show you what we do next. And you won't want to miss the taste testing. Okay, here's our bundt cake. I took it out of the oven. It just fell right out of the pan with no problems at all. I actually had it sitting here cooling while I went up to the food store to pick up a few things. I got home now and it's nice and cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drizzle, not a lot, just a little chocolate glaze over it. And I'll have the full recipe down below in the description box for you. All you have to do when you make the glaze is take about 2/3 of a cup of semi-sweet chocolate morsels and about 1/3 of a cup of heavy cream. You're going to microwave it at 30-second intervals. And when you get it nice and creamy and smooth, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to be drizzling this, not a lot, just over the cake. So let's see if it's thin enough to go. Here we go. Yeah, I don't want to put too much on there. I'm just going to do a little bit. Back and forth. Because this is a yummy cake, and I don't want to overpower it with just the chocolate. Here we go. Okay, looking good. Hopefully you can see this. Alrighty. Now, if you don't want to put the chocolate on here, you don't have to. You can just sprinkle confectioner's sugar on that if you like. It's really up to you, but I'm putting just a little bit of this chocolate glaze on the top. I think it looks just delicious. Oh my goodness. All right, now what I'm going to do is I have some maraschino cherries. Now, if you have fresh cherries and you want to use those, that's fine too. But I'm going to I have maraschino cherries with stems on them. I'm going to bring them over, and just for some decoration, I'm going to put them on top of my glaze. Oh, doesn't that look nice? Yes, it does. Make it look a little decorative. Because, presentation is everything. There we go. And if we didn't have that glaze on there, the cherries wouldn't have anything to stick to. Now, when you serve this, if you like, you can serve this with a little whipped cream on the side of your plate, or on your piece. It's a matter of preference. Look at that. Oh, is that beautiful? I love it. Love it. Okay. Alrighty. This stem's not long enough. Whoops, I'm going to eat this cherry and put one with a longer stem on there. Okay. One here and one more over here. That looks beautiful. Okay, so let me get a knife and I'll be back and we'll do a taste test. Look at this masterpiece. Oh, I'll put a still picture in for you so you can see a close-up. So I'm going to cut a little slice of this now. Yes, baby. The taste testing time is here. Woo! Still soft. Sometimes these Bundt cakes taste even better the next day. So let me take that slice out. Oh my goodness. I don't think you're going to be able to see it, but I'll put and I have it on a red heart plate, but I'll put a still in. You can see all of those yummy cherries inside that cake. So what I'm going to do now, because I can, I'm going to squirt a little bit of whipped cream on my piece. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. And now I'm going to taste this and I'll let you know what I think. Yummy in the tummy. Delicious. You know what? If you think it's going to be too sweet because of that pie filling in there, it's not. It's not at all. It's delicious. Sweet, but not too sweet. It's really good. Those cherries in there are delicious. So anyway, I want to thank you all for watching episode 2 of my The Best of the Bundts. My next episode will be a good one. Won't be chocolate this time. So you'll have to subscribe so you don't miss it. And once again, thank you for all the support. I'm glad you're enjoying this series. I'm going to get off, finish my cake, and prepare for this nor'easter snowstorm we're supposed to have. So everyone, hope to see you again soon with episode 3. Stay well. Love you all, and I'll see you soon.